Let's see. Let's do boom, 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 boom. All right. We are in it to win it. It is that time of night. It is that time of night, everybody. Why does it always look so zoomed in now, guys? Why does it always look so zoomed in now? How do I fix that? I didn't do it. I don't understand. You win. What's up, Roy? Mark. Whew. It always looks so zoomed in now, and I don't understand why. All right, let's get it in. Have a good one, boss. Ooh. All right, first set of 7 in. Get everything warmed up. Definitely felt the workout from yesterday a little bit more than usual because we burned through it so fast. Nice, 225 for 8 is solid work. It's kind of cardio, but you know, if that's what you're into, you know what I'm saying? If you're into cardio. Didn't know you were a CrossFitter, you know what I'm saying? But that's all it works. That's good stuff. You should, if you can do 225 for 8, you can do probably like 455 for 2. You know what I'm saying? Nice. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. If you can do 225 for 8, you can do 455 for 2. I'm pretty sure that math works out somehow. I'd double check the math, but I'm pretty sure that math is pretty standard. So don't even need a calculator for it. You just gotta carry the 2, you know what I'm saying? $225 for 8. Like realistically, that's hard to tell, man. 225 for 8. I'd reckon you're probably closing in on like 3, close to 3. I would reckon. It's hard to tell though, but when I was doing 225 for 7, when I was first hitting that first set of 7 at 225, I was around 300, maybe a little over. That's where I would reckon you're at. But don't quote me on that. The whole like calculating your 1 rep max based on another weight is very flawed. It can be done to some extent, but it's not perfect. So I'm always very cautious about trusting the numbers that those 1 rep max calculators or equations give. So, because they can be good, but I've seen people that they're super accurate for, and that they put the number in and it works and it's good. And I've seen people calculate it and the number is like wildly different. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you do you. You do you. All of these streams are recorded. I'll be okay. But yeah, I would say 220. I wouldn't like go 225 for 7 and then hit 300. Me personally, if I'm gonna go for a PR, You guys see it every time I go for a PR in here, right? I do singles climbing. So I wouldn't do 225 for 7 for your pump and then grab 300. No, it's gonna hurt, you know? So. We're not PRing tonight. That's not the plan, at least. I'm gonna hit this bench probably up to like 330, 335 tonight. And then I'm planning on going for another PR attempt tomorrow at the other gym. I don't know which one. We might go, I think we're gonna go back over to One Life where we were yesterday tomorrow. I haven't decided yet because I wanna try some earlier streams. I mentioned in the Discord. I wanna try some earlier stream times. I feel like I have more energy earlier in the day, which I know I do. So when I think I've talked about this once before, when I was training full time, I was usually working out at like 2 to 3 in the afternoon. And once in a blue moon, I would have a workout at like 10 o'clock at night like I do now. And I almost universally bench 10 pounds heavier at 3 in the afternoon as compared to 10 p.m. So whether that's a mental thing or if that's just like physical exhaustion throughout the day, I don't know. But I can tell you that I almost always felt best in the mid-afternoon. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to do 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm going to do earlier. So I'll probably start streaming around 8 because they close at 10. So that'll give me a full 2 hours to get a good workout in. Maybe 7 on some days. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. I haven't decided if that's the route I'm going, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it and see if we see any difference in my workouts, because I don't want my late workouts to be any reason why I slow down my progression. And I've slowly but surely been getting later and later with these streams. When we first started streaming, I want to say we were streaming at like 9 o'clock. We've started pushing out so late, sometimes midnight now. So I like the late workouts for like the it's quiet in here, guys. 300 is a solid number for sure. Like I said, 300 would be my guess. But I'm not gonna. Don't quote me on that number. So could be higher, could be lower. You know, like anything else. All right. Just make sure you have a spotter. Ultimately, if you have a good spotter, you know, generally you're going to be okay. Generally, you'll be okay if you have a good spotter. Or even like a half decent spotter. You just need to make sure someone's there that can keep it from falling on you. You know what I'm saying? All right. Like that, ultimately, as long as they're there to keep the weight from crushing you, ain't much more you can ask for, you know what I'm saying? Ain't much more you can ask for. I'm gonna grab my chat out. I'll say that that is one thing that I love about that other gym, is that I do know the folks over there. They are top tier spotters as well. I'm cutting the laptop on, guys, so I can see chat a little easier. Ooh. But I'm not gonna hold it the whole time. You know, I'm not quite that good at bench one arm yet, where I can chat with one and bench with one. But I'm gonna get it launched up, and then we'll hit our next set. There we go. I'll tell you, I was saying this earlier and I got distracted. Yesterday, that workout, definitely being as fast as we went through it, like an hour and 10 minutes or whatever it was, definitely felt it more. Definitely felt it more. A little bit more sore than usual. So, a little bit more sore than usual. All right. I'm not really like that sore though. I can't see your messages. I'm pulling them up right now. So Mark, I legitimately believe switching over to the other gym will help us hit that number as well. I think the earlier workouts are what's going to be the difference maker. So, all right, let's add some more weight to this, guys. Add a couple more plates. What's up, Martin? Yeah, that's the goal, right, Mark? Is to make sure that the stream times are convenient to you in particular. I would say that is definitely the number one item on the list. So. All right, let's grab this. All right, 315, we're gonna grab it for just a quick single, then we'll do a 330, and then we'll do a drop set, and that'll be bench for the night, because I want to save some energy for tomorrow. So let's go. So nothing heavy, all light work tonight. What's up, Michael? No, David, I don't. I get that question a lot. So I used to kind of, but once every other month, I would have a weekend where I would take 2 days off, and that would be my deload. That was essentially it. So it goes both ways, Mark. So there are people that watch and people that used to watch that have asked me to stream the earlier times that I used to stream as well. So it goes both ways, you know, and that's why I'm kind of trying to go the middle ground around like 8 or 9 o'clock. Around that 8, basically from like 8 to 10 is going to be our goal, right? So starting stream at 8 and ending stream by like 10:30 p.m. And that's so we can, you know, account for everybody. Yes, I have 3 children. Appreciate it. Yeah, see, that works for everybody, Mark. I'm not going to be streaming at like 2 in the afternoon. That's not the plan. All right, let's get this wrapped up. Because that's not convenient for me. Mind you guys, I have clients that come and work out with me as late as 8 o'clock, sometimes 8:30. I think the latest I usually take a client is 9, to be fair. So sometimes, you know, I have clients that late, so it's impossible for me to stream at like 2 in the afternoon most days. And I'm not quite making enough of an income off of the stream to warrant quitting my training gig. So I'll let you guys know when we reach that point. 3, 15, 20, 25, 330. This is the heaviest press for the night. Nothing super heavy tonight, like I said. Ooh. Well, I didn't say I was going to do 3 p.m. 3 p.m. for me Eastern Standard is going to be, you know, like if I could manage to stream at 3, I would have the most energy for sure. But I'm a trainer. I'm a trainer slash. That's what I do for a living. All right. We're still gonna be training at night. It's just gonna be like 8 o'clock p.m. It's gonna be like an hour or two earlier than normal. But I kind of have to if I want to continue to progress properly. I need I need to have some energy for the streams in general, but also I have children, so mind you guys, when I stream at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's great. I enjoy the quiet in the gym to some extent, but I also realize I have to get up a lot of the time at like 6 a.m. to manage the children. So. %, Mark, yes. They do slow down my workouts. I will tell you right now that the pre-workout is not 100% necessary for these workouts, but it helps a lot. It helps a lot. Day's been good. How's your day been? How's your day been, Zane? It helps out a lot. I appreciate it, Bag Chaser. I appreciate it. Nice. I've never been big into motorcycles personally. They're cool and all, but they are definitely cool. How many clap push-ups can I do? I don't know. We'll say clap push-ups. We're gonna do a drop set. We're gonna just hit a quick 225 for 7. How many clap push-ups can I do? We're gonna say 30. Probably 30. Maybe more. Who knows? Also, another thing, the energy in here is very different compared to the other gyms, right? So when I'm working out this late, I don't have anybody hanging out with me. The energy levels are lower, you know? I'm going to take it as weird, Mark. I'm going to take it as weird. All right, Martin, have a good one. Appreciate you being here. I don't know how many clap push-ups I could do. We've done one-arm push-ups for 21 a side before, but clap push-ups we've never done for just like straight reps, right? So we've never just done straight reps on clap push-ups. I know we've done a lot of them in the past, just not I don't remember the number. All right. There's a quick drop set of 7 with 225. Nice and light. Nice and light. Nothing heavy. How we going, Eric? It's all about positioning with one arm push-ups. It's all about positioning. So getting your arm, your legs, feet into the right position for one arm push-ups is, if your feet aren't properly positioned, you're gonna have trouble. All right, we've got curls. We're gonna do some curls. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab our bag and stuff. Well, Mark, it's all perspective. It's all perspective. It's all perspective. All right. Have a going, bag chaser. Significantly longer. Significantly longer. Let's do dumbbells today, guys. Let's do dumbbell today. So that, the difference, 5'11", 6 foot, it's usually about like what, 3.5 feet of additional arm length is typical. I'll give it to you. If you were 5'11" like me and not 6 foot, you'd have like 380 on the bench every day of the week. So all right. Little warm up, got the 50s moving. Get the biceps a little pump going, How's it going, Monarch? That's why I warmed up with them, bag. We're gonna do those. We'll do the 65s, 60s or 65s, and then we'll do the 70s probably. I'm doing well. All right. Let's 60s and 70s. How about that? 60s and 70s. Do I have any fashion tips? I'm probably not the person to get fashion tips from. I'm gonna be honest. I lift heavy things. All right. That's what I do. I wear powerlifting meat t-shirts on a daily basis and workout pants. Top tier. That being said, my sense of fashion is definitely at least 2 steps ahead of Mark's. Like, this is factual. This is factual. So I think wife beater's a troll, and he's just not doing a very good, or wife beater. Who said that? That was and joggings. That was David, the guy he was recommending those to, Bag Chaser, the wife beaters and the. Do people still call it that, or is it tank tops now? I feel like everybody says tank tops, but I think Bag Chaser's a troll. That's what they call them. You didn't know that, Mark? The tank tops, the little strap tank tops. That's what they're called in a lot of places. I never understood. You still spelled it wrong, Ben. MEANT. Yeah, I call them tanks as well. I know a lot of people that do call them that, and it throws me off every time. But I hear it often enough to know what they're talking about. But nice, Eric. I appreciate the information. I've heard muscle shirts, tank tops, tanks. So, all right. 70s are next. We're gonna grab the 70s for a quick set of like 3, maybe more. And then we're gonna do some shoulders. We got everything to do. We're like only moving number 2 in tonight, so I'm not even gonna relist it. We'd be sitting here listing over and over again. All right, let's get it. Whee! Ah. All right. All right, let's see. Nice, solid work, Eric. No, you didn't offend me. I'm doing okay. Let's see. I like some weighted pull-ups once in a while. Not my favorite movement ever, but they're not bad. They're not bad. I'll tell you what, they're impressive for sure. They're one of those movements that very few people can do. So I would say weighted pull-ups is one of those movements that like, oh, there's already a clip on here. It's one of those movements that like a very small percentage of the population can even do, let alone do well. All right. I've had people that can bench super heavy, curl super heavy, row super heavy, and then not have good push or pull-up work. So pull-ups are one of those ones that are like, I would say pull-ups are the biggest struggle almost universally for every single person. Like everything else you can adjust, right? So think about this perspective, right? Shoulder press, bicep curl, tricep extensions, bench press. You can adjust it to where you are physically, right? You can make the weight less. You can make the range of motion less. You can do all these things to make it easier or harder, right? Pull-ups, if you're not using a special machine, are just you versus gravity. It is exactly how much you weigh versus you. There's no, without additional equipment to give you an assist, pull-ups just are, you know? So unless there's ways to make pull-ups easier, don't get me wrong, but most people aren't utilizing that stuff. It's not stuff that people commonly know. Whereas, people know put less weight on to make it less heavy, right? Pull-ups are one of those things you have to know a little bit about what you're doing in order to get an adjustment that actually helps. Does that make sense? So, I got 3 the other night, Michael. I got 3 with the 245s. The third one was a little sketchy, but we got 3 with the 245s the other night, Michael. It felt pretty good. That and bands. A lot of people sleep on bands. Put a band underneath you, put your feet on top of the band, like stretch it out, attach it on either side of like a rack that has a pull-up bar, like a squat rack, and use it as like a, put your feet on top of it, use it as like a resistance towards the away from the ground. So yeah, it works really well. That's usually how I progress my clients on pull-ups, is with bands. I feel like they get it's almost like adding chains to something. You get like an adjusted resistance throughout the movement, where it gets harder as you get higher up through, because you get less band help as you get higher up in the movement. So I feel like it helps more than like your Gravitron or Graviton pull-up machines. I've seen people progress better with bands than I've seen them progress on those. Same idea as like bench chains, or really banded anything, to be fair. What's up, Chase? Welcome back. It does. That's what Nautilus calls it, the Gravitron. It's a Decepticon. I'm going to tell you right now, gyms would be the worst place for the Decepticons to be when the Decepticons start to take over, right? So, if you sitting in the gym, all of a sudden the treadmill's coming at you, you know what I'm saying? Worst nightmare for me personally. Worst nightmare for me personally. Yeah, that's a solid one as well, Ben. Usually I progress people to that. So, look, at any point, I'm telling you guys wonder why I don't do cardio. It's because I'm waiting for the Decepticon treadmills to try and take over. Y'all think it's because I don't like cardio. It's partially, but also because I'm ahead of the game. I'm using my thinker right here, you know? How's it going? How's it going? All right, let's grab another set of these. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. One more set here, and then we're going to do some rows, guys. I think we're going to do dumbbell row tonight. Get some free weight rows in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sounds like a fun time. Sounds like a great time. What's going on, Mark? Am I missing something? Did I miss something? I'm glad I can be of assistance. I'm glad I can be of assistance with that. It's good stuff. Chest day is the best day anyways, you know what I'm saying? It's all about upper body curls, bench press. It's my favorite. We squat specifically so no one can say I don't squat. Believe it or not, so one of the federations I compete with, Monarch, here in South Carolina, I'll have to see if I can find his video. I found it at one point, but he doesn't have a huge social media following, so it's kind of hard to find him. But the guy that holds the bench record for my previous weight class at 75 kilo, bench only, in the 75 kilo class where I was competing before, because at that time I was like, man, I need to look and see what I need to do to set the bench record. Bench only. It was for the APF and not the AAPF. So the APF is the untested division. I was like, I need to see. Oh, it was national record. Sorry, national record. It was a national record. He is also in a wheelchair. He only does bench. And no use of his legs, but he holds the bench record. So, dude's solid. I mean, he pushes some weight. So, solid power lifter, solid power lifter. But I found his video. It was super cool to see him moving that kind of weight. But yeah, holds the bench record. I think nationally. I think he holds the national bench record. I want to say he was hitting like 440 or something like that, Monarch, at 75 kilo. Look, we avoid cardio as much as possible, all right? What am I helping you with, Mark? Mark, I'm trying to read all the messages, Mark. If I'm missing stuff, you let me know. Doing my best, Mark. Doing my best. I don't know Spanish. I'm not the one you want to get Spanish lessons from. Where did you get the inkling that I know Spanish? I absolutely do not. I know a little bit. I know a little bit of Spanish. Like, not enough. You probably know just about as much as me, Mark, I'd imagine. I know very little Spanish. Have you tried, was it Duolingo? There you go. No, we're not going to do that. Chris doesn't know enough Spanish to do that. That's bad. I do plan on learning a second language. I know a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of German. I had to take German and Spanish in school, so. But I remember very little. I remember very little. All right. I believe you, Ben. I believe you. This was the Soda Town Showdown. This is one of the meets that I attended this year. This was the last meet I attended, was the Soda Town Showdown. So. Ugh. What's up? Shoulder press, shoulder press. All right, let's grab this. A little further back, and this would definitely be considered incline bench, but at this height, so the difference between a shoulder press and your incline bench is like one or two adjustments of the back piece, right? And also where this bar lands. So you notice how this bar is right here at chin? We're gonna be coming between chin and the tip of my nose is where we want this bar to get to, right? At least as low as the tip of my nose. Sometimes we go a little high depending on how it feels, but right at about tip of nose is where it's gonna come down to, whereas with your incline bench, you wanna be down here, right? You wanna be just a little bit lower than your chin, ideally. But with this, once it's up, it'll stay above chin level the whole time. All right. Let's do slow climb. Yeah, let's do a slow climb. We'll add 20 pounds. I'll add 20 pounds, slowly climb it up. All right, let's grab this. 155 is next. 155 is next. Another set of 7. We're gonna do, might do 3 sets of 7 on this today, maybe 1 heavy single. So we'll do a heavy single after this, and then we'll do a drop. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. All right. This is 7 though. Yep. Ooh. Hardest lift? I wouldn't say I have a hardest lift. Everything feels about the same for me. I do it so consistently that it's all gotten kind of relatively evened out as far as difficulty is concerned. So. All right. One to 3. I don't know how many yet. Yeah. What's up, Jay? I knew you were French Canadian, David. I didn't know the other part. Iraqi? Okay. Did not know that part. I think you've only ever mentioned the French Canadian part. Ugh. That's 205. 205. Just 205. All right, we're gonna drop it back to 155. Ugh. I'm very Irish and Scottish. Very Irish and Scottish. like neon white, all right? Like sour cream on rice. That's your new one? Hold on. Did I miss it? Something you posted in Discord? If you consider Scottish and Irish, yeah. No, I'm very much like of Scandinavian, like European descent, like that. Like, everything's in that little bubble. Oh, nice. I remember you mentioned that. I still haven't gotten into the bikes. I don't know. I always had bikes around us when we were growing up. My dad always had bikes, so, but I never got into it myself. You sent it to me, I think. I think you sent it to me the other day. I don't know. I don't think I need one. I've got enough expensive hobbies. I don't have time to enjoy one. I barely have time to like eat, let alone like I have to speed eat all my meals. I barely have time to do that, let alone have fun with a bike. Also, don't forget my years spent as a mechanic definitely put a damper on anything with an engine for me. I don't like working on engines or cars, bikes. I mean, I don't even want to fix a toaster, you know. It's I don't like doing maintenance work anymore on anything. When I stopped doing mechanic work, I got rid of all of my non-essential tools as well. Like, I can't tell you how many tools I like gave away or sold. I was just like for nothing. I'm talking like Snap-on tools too. So some Snap-on stuff, some Mac tools. With Mac, I don't think I had any Mac. I think I had Snap-on, and I had I think it was Snap-on and Mac. I think those were the two tool brands I was collecting at that time. By the way, if you guys have never bought a Snap-on or a Mac tool, they're great. Don't get me wrong. Quality is top tier, or at least it was at the time. But God, those are expensive, man. Anytime you're spending like $50 per wrench, you know something's wrong. All right. Whole credit accounts just for tools. That might be right now, Ben. That might be right now. What's up, Joshua? For those of you that have never dabbled in tools and mechanics work, there's something called a tool truck that goes by shops, right? So you'll whatever dealership or whatever shop you bring your car to, if it's anything bigger than 1 or 2 bays, a tool truck will pull up to it about like a couple times a week, 2-3 times a week, and it's literally just a giant truck that you walk up on. There's a little walk-on tool truck, and it's just a big shop full of tools, like a store on wheels. And they have credit accounts. like zero interest most of the time. But like, you go on there and they're like, all right, yeah, you need all of these tools as a mechanic. This is what everybody buys. Like, what do you want to get? I know guys that had $20,000, $30,000 tool accounts. So, I know guys that were like 10 years in, owed the tool truck like 20 grand. Maybe more. If they bought a toolbox, it was definitely more. Toolboxes, some of those go for 15, 16, 17, 20, $25,000 toolboxes. Crazy work. Like $10,000 plus toolboxes. Oh, don't get me wrong, Mark. I wasn't doing that. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't purchasing those toolboxes. Are they 100 grand? There's no way. I don't believe it. Not until I see it. There's no way they've gone up that much. All right, we're gonna do some rows. Most of my tools, I bought an odd end item here and there from the Snap-on truck, but most of my tools were Cobalt. I bought a lot of Cobalt stuff. That's the word I was looking for. They had lifetime warranties on the Cobalt stuff, so that's crazy work, man. I thought they were expensive when I was looking at them. Obviously, I wasn't looking at them for me. I was very happy. The shop that I was at supplied a Mac toolbox for your tools. So we had a supplied toolbox, like a $20,000 toolbox at the time, probably 50 now. So it gets like that, right, David? You have to catch yourself sometimes. I have the same thing happen to me. I must have missed a lot of conversation. I'm just now reading some of these messages. What are we arguing about? David, it's not worth it. I promise. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Promise. All right, let's change subjects, Zane. Let's change subjects. You're welcome to be here, but let's change subjects. It's not worth it. It's not worth it on either end, I promise. Promise. Let's get back to lifting. And talking about expensive toolboxes. Yeah. I believe you, David. I'm not debating whether or not you weigh 260, all right? How's it going? Keep it real. I can't be mad about him asking that question. I ask that question all the time. Oh, it's a good night, right? It's a good night. We're gonna have a fun night tonight. Yeah, I know the meme. What's up, twins? What's up? We don't eat fried frog legs here. It's against the rules in this stream to eat fried frog legs. Frog is my favorite animal for those unaware. For those unaware. See, that's where you lose there, Zane. I do know a lot of people that eat frog legs, to be fair. Not a lot of people eating anaconda, though. I know people eat snake, but anaconda's a little bit out there. I believe you, Michael, 100%. I don't personally eat frog. I like frogs. I'm a big fan of frogs. So I don't personally eat frogs. But I know a lot of folks that do. I mean, when I say a lot, I know more than one. I know more than 5, probably. Between 5 and 10. I know between 5 and 10 people that eat frogs. Crab legs are top tier. Old Bay, obviously, no matter what you put Old Bay on, it's going to taste good. You could throw Old Bay on Cheerios, and it would be a good meal. Old Bay, just, that's how it works. So it's an anomaly, all right? No, what do you deal? Not in my palate. All right, this bell is about to fall off the thing. That was almost someone's toes gone right there. Probably mine, right? The only good eel is electric, right? It adds that little bit of zip to it. You know what I'm saying? Bison? I've never had bison. I should, though. The milk's here. Don't worry, Cold Soul. The milk's here, I promise. All right, we've got to do some deadlifts and some squizzots tonight. So brisket's delicious. Brisket is top tier. All right. What kind of American am I? What do you mean? Or are you talking to someone else about the who was it that said they never had brisket? Twins? Yeah, you are missing out a lot, twins. Like one of the best foods. No, I don't wrestle. Powerlifting. Powerlifting. Yeah, brisket is top tier. Delicious. Delicious. Gotta have brisket. Gotta have brisket. Brisket is like, I would put brisket in like my top 5 of like meats in general, right? I don't know what the other 4 are, but I know it's in there, all right? It might be in the top 3. It might be in the top. Brisket's just like always good. I don't know that I've ever had a bad brisket. Now, you can mess up a brisket, don't get me wrong, but most people that cook brisket take their time and do it right, because brisket is not like, you can offend some people with a bad brisket, like offend. It's like an American staple. It's like right there with apple pie, you know? So smoked food in general is great. I love smoked food. I don't eat it very often, but like good smoked, like high quality smoked food, top tier. Smoked wings, smoked beef. I don't eat pork, but I don't know that I've ever had any. You can smoke pork, I feel like. I've never tried. I don't eat pork though, so I'm not gonna attempt it anytime soon. It's been almost probably 3 or 4 years since I've had bacon or a pork chop. That's how it goes, David. That's how it goes. Those midnight snack steaks, you know. You always keep one on hand, you know. Always keep a snack steak on hand. I don't do pork. I don't eat any pork at all. I haven't had pork in like 3 or 4 years, somewhere in that ballpark. 3 days a week I'm deadlifting. Might switch to 6, who knows? 3 days a week I deadlift. 3 days a week. It depends. I go to about 90% of my PR almost daily. I do a full body workout 6 days a week. I bench 6 days a week, curl, shoulder press, row, tricep extension, all of that stuff. Rear delt fly. And then deadlift 3 days a week, squat 6 days a week. I take Sundays to rest day. It's called the Bulgarian method. Bulgarian method. It's very effective. It's very similar. I would say it's similar to the Bulgarian method. Let me not say it is not the Bulgarian method, but it's very similar. This is a Spuds belt. Spuds belt. Very top, very nice belt. Very nice belt. They don't sell the leathers anymore. They only do the ratchet, or the ones that clasp like this, like the traditional clasp. They only do the ratchet strap ones now, that if I'm not mistaken. Ooh. Yeah, we're still warming up. This is like our deadlift warm up, so yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's a really nice belt. Spuds is a pretty famous brand for high-end workout equipment. The guy that owns it was a World's Strongest Man competitor. He has a good few wins as well, if I'm not mistaken, under his belt. Super cool dude. Name is, he's called Spud. That's his nickname. But Spud. Look up Spud, World's Strongest Man. Strong dude. He owns a gym down the street, and it's a lot of strength equipment. Closes super early though is the only problem. But he makes really nice equipment, really nice workout gear, as well as runs a really nice strength gym. So pretty famous gym. So if you look back at some of my old competition photos, you can see me. He's the one that hands out the awards at the charity meet in December that I go to. South Carolina State Championship's the largest one I've ever been to. I competed in that last year. Took second. I didn't quite get first in that one. I got second. I would say it's one of a kind. There's none of they're not making them anymore, I don't think. But there's plenty of them out there. He definitely sold a lot of belts. I would imagine he sold a lot of these belts. It's a very what is it? Juju Minfu. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Big fitness influencer. Does a lot of cool videos. I like his content. He visited the gym, the Spuds gym. I know I pronounced his name wrong. I apologize. But he went to the Spuds gym. He went in like a couple years back, I think. Juji Mufu. There we go. Juji Mufu. There we go. Juji. Yeah, he went to the Spuds gym. I wouldn't say it's like West Side Barbell level of famous, but it's a pretty famous gym. I have an Instagram. I don't use it very often. Very periodic updates. And most of it's just stuff I did here on YouTube carried over. Once in a while, I'll do some photos for Instagram, but most of my stuff is here or my Discord. Like those are the two places I post typically. So. All right, let me grab another one of these. Just a quick single. We're only going to go to 405 tonight because I still want to go for another heavy day on Saturday, or not Saturday. Another heavy day early next week. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm losing my mind. Another heavy day early next week. We went for a PR earlier this week. We got it about knee height, I feel like, and didn't quite bring it over. It definitely moved more than the last time. So, tonight, we're not PRing tonight, no. Maybe early next week. Not this late in the week, no. Not this late at night. Still 490, I think it's 490, right guys? Not 495 yet. You know, we would have hit 495 if I hadn't tried to do 505 by accident that one night. Because that 500 or 505? We got it to like here. I was so upset. When I put it back down and y'all were like, hey, that number's not right. And I was like, what do you mean? And I looked back, I was like, oh my God, that was nearly a 500 piece or whatever it was. If I had known it was 500 on the bar at the time, I probably would have went ahead and threw my back out for it. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably good I didn't know it was that close. I would have wrenched it up. That 500 is a big moment. I'm ready for it. No, I wouldn't say that, Mark. That's not the wording I would use. It's not the wording I would personally use. 100%. I don't even think that's even close to the wording I would personally use. It sounds awful. It sounds awful. As much as I hear about people getting injured during deadlifts, I've almost never seen someone tweak their back or anything during a deadlift in person. I've seen a lot of people get injured over the years. Not like seriously injured, but I've seen people mess up. I've seen people get pec tears. I know people that have gotten bicep tears. Usually other competitive lifters, to be honest. That's usually where it happens. I know people that have hurt their back, but I don't know. I have never seen someone that hurt their back like significantly deadlifting, in person at least. I know everybody's like deadlift is so like dangerous, but I don't see that many deadlift injuries. I think people are worried or scared of deadlift, which is fair. It's a frightening lift. You got a lot riding on that lift. I think people are just more fearful of it because it seems more dangerous. I see more people get hurt on squat than I do on deadlift. So, like, unless you are doing deadlift really wrong, you shouldn't have that big of a risk of injury. Is it a high risk injury item? Yes, but all three of your big lifts are high risk of injury if you're doing them wrong. Like, that's the crazy part. That's one of the most upsetting parts about we always have it. We have about once a week, one of our deadlifting sessions, someone comes in here and becomes a pocket coach. What's up, Pete? And they're like, your back has a slight arch in it, or you should straighten your back up during your deadlift. I've been deadlifting heavy 3 times a week for like 5 years. Never had a back injury. Never even had like a day where I'm like, man, I almost hurt my back. And it's because I know, good to see you, Pete. It's because I know my leverages, right? But these same people are walking around telling everybody this is the only way you can deadlift, right? Only way you can deadlift is this specific position. And you know who's getting hurt? These people, right? And it's just like, you're telling people like, this is the perfect form for deadlifting. And more than likely, a lot of these people, their leverages aren't made for this, and they're going to get hurt, especially when it gets heavier. Now, if you're doing like 135 or whatever else, yes, 100%, David. Most of the time. I'll say there's a couple of really flat back deadlifters that do pretty well. But I mean, even if you look at some of the world's strongest men with their kind of more compound lifts, anytime they're picking something off the ground, look at their shoulders. They're slightly rounded forward with a slight upper back rounding. Now their lats, their arms and everything are locked in. They've got everything active, right? But they're kind of rounding their upper back ever so slightly. So yes, 100%, twins. I've watched it back. I've watched that video so many times. It's an awesome video. It sucks knowing what he went through after the fact, but I don't think he views it that way. I've watched Eddie Hall's deadlift video so many times. It is super impressive. Super impressive. You got to think, looking out at that crowd holding that much weight, just knowing like there's no one else on the planet doing this, right? No one else on the planet currently does this that we are aware of. So just looking at the crowd, like, this is it. This is me right here. This is my moment. That gotta be an awesome feeling, right? Yeah. So I remember watching an interview he did after that. He did an interview talking about the after effects of that deadlift, the training that led up to it and everything else. And he admitted, he's like, I probably, shaved, if I'm not mistaken, he's like, I shaved a few years off my life with that lift and getting ready for that lift probably. So yeah, I don't drink soda at all. Soda is no good for you. No, twins, he did another lift after that. I'm talking about his world record deadlift, not the one where she walks up to interview him. I'm talking about his world record deadlift, 500 kilo. 500 kilo. Where he's on stage. No, Pete. Do I think Thor lifted that weight? Yes. Do I count it as a record? No. Does that make sense? Yeah, I do 6 days a week. He bled on both of them, I think. But the one where she walked up to interview him mid deadlift was pretty awesome. So here's why I don't count as a record, Mark. If I right now, which is not going to happen today, obviously, maybe tomorrow, if I pick up 502 kilos right now, right, do I hold the record, Mark? Would I officially hold the world record for deadlift if I pick up 502? As much as y'all trust that I'm putting real weight on the bar, right? You guys, even knowing it's real weight, 502 kilo, if I pulled 502 kilo in the gym right now, would not count, wouldn't count. Not from an official record standpoint. Competition is all that matters when it comes to lifting records. You can pick up whatever you want as a gym lift. As soon as you step on stage, none of that matters. Okay, Mark, I wasn't sure. I was like, man, has to be in competition, yeah. I would say Eddie is definitely, in my opinion, prime Thor, was definitely stronger than Thor, prime in both of their primes in strongman. Thor, I would say, is a better power lifter, but I would say strongman wise, Eddie is, I mean, he's one of the GOATs. He's one of the greatest of all time. So by no stretch of the imagination is Thor not a really, really accomplished, extremely strong, one of the best of all time strongmen. He is definitely one of them, but I would say Eddie in his prime was stronger than Thor. Now, here's the thing too. I like Thor. I like Thor's motivation for lifting. So don't get me wrong. I think Thor's a great lifter. So, yeah, I agree, Pete. I agree, 100%. But I think Thor's a great lifter, and I like his mindset for lifting because Thor. I think the best mindset to have is to do it because you want to do it, and I think Eddie was doing it for that reason, and I think Thor is also doing it for that reason. But Thor doesn't need money at all. Like, he has no reason to compete outside of wanting to be the strongest. Thor is very much well set as far as funds are concerned. As far as I'm aware, his Game of Thrones money will carry him for a while, right? So, so he's doing it because he wants to do it. He wants to be strong, you know? Eddie, I'm giving it to Brian Shaw, twins. I'm giving it to Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw is definitely number. He's definitely I would say he's more mobile than Eddie. Eddie's not immobile, don't get me wrong, but Brian Shaw's got a little bit of height on him, also a little bit of arm length, and they're pound for pound both really, really strong. Like, neither of them are just going to absorb, a hit from the other one and walk it off. So I give it to Shaw. Couldn't tell you, Pete. I have seen did you see him drop his overhead press on himself, David? It was like some crazy push press, like 405 or something nutty. And he was doing behind the neck press, and I think he dropped it. He's crazy to watch. That is a game ender for most normal human beings, right? You get hit with anything over 300 pounds from overhead, and you're having a really bad year. Okay, he walked it off. He walked it off. I couldn't tell you. Yeah. It's nutty work, right, twins? Yes. But we're here for lifting, Pete. We're here for lifting. But the answer is yes. Been a long time, though. Been a long time. I'm a pretty relaxed dude. I'm a pretty relaxed dude. Don't forget, I was a prison guard at one point too. So honestly though, I didn't have any fights while I was working at the prison. I didn't have anybody try me. I didn't have anybody try me like that. So. And we keep bumping my age. Keep bumping my age. No, we'll skip on that, Pete. We'll skip on that. It's not a good vibe, Pete. That's not a good vibe. We keep the vibes top tier here, all right? It's about lifting. It's about lifting. Yep. Okay, rich guy, that's an odd situation to have. I'm pretty, it's a pretty family-friendly environment here, rich guy. I'm not sure why. I don't even swear most of the time. No, Pete. I would say no. Yeah, I'm vaguely concerned now. I don't know what to make of that comment. I hope your day is going well, rich guy. Ah, gotcha. We squat every day, Ben. We squat every day. Look, before I was squatting, y'all complained I didn't do any squats. Now we're gonna complain I squat. So I do legs every day. But we are focused heavily on squats right now, yes. Heavily focused on squats right now. Add some more weight. Squats are squatting. We squat 6 days a week right now. It's a fun time. Fun time. Yeah. David, I'm gonna just focus on squats. That's all. Nope, my knees are feeling great. My knees are feeling top tier. Ugh. Conditioning. It's all about conditioning. It sounds like a large shed. Hopefully it's air conditioned. If you're living in it. Ah. Hold on, guys. We're gonna fix that real quick. There's a little too much going on there. I ignored it for as long as I could. I did. No, we're gonna hit this for a triple real quick, I think. It's at the end of the week, man. We still have one more squat day. We might do just heavy tomorrow. Might go like 335 tomorrow or something, maybe. Well, I think we're gonna be at the other gym tomorrow, so we'll see. 495 tomorrow. We might go like mid threes, maybe 350. I don't know. Heavier, not super heavy, but heavier. 455. 495? Yeah, no, we're not doing 495 tomorrow. I haven't broken 405 squat yet. We're working on it. 5 plates. Just 5 plates. Just two additional plates, right? I wouldn't say it's too far off though. Squat's one of those movements that once you start doing it heavy, it climbs really fast. I would say out of all 3 lifts, squats is one of the easiest ones to climb PR-wise early on. For most people, I still preference bench, but it's a good way to add numbers to your total, especially for competition, very quickly. So, but. Ugh. Now, that's not to say squats are easy. I wouldn't say squats are an easy movement. They feel like a bucket of suck. But yeah. felt good for 7. Ugh. Let's de-rack this real quick, guys. Ah. Yep. Just call it a gravity machine. Yeah, squats are, I'm rolling too. It is time for me to get some rest. But yeah, squats are one of those ones that most people do on their own on like a separate workout with like maybe 1 or 2 other movements. But that is the last one for tonight. Is the last one for the stream tonight. Well, we're part-timing, yeah. So we have been moving a little quicker the last couple days. I think it's an energy level thing. I felt super energetic yesterday. So a lot, Jay, a lot. My bench in the last 5 years has gone from 75 pounds to 365. My deadlift from like 95 pounds to 490 pounds. And my squat from God knows what, probably like 45 to 385. I've increased my total by like almost probably like 850 pounds over the last 5 years, naturally, with this training style. Probably more, probably like 900 pound total increase, somewhere in that ballpark. 950, I don't know. We didn't attempt 370 tonight, Tom. There's no spotters here. Tom, every night's not PR night. That's the thing. Not every night's PR night. We PR once or twice a week. We do attempts at PRs. So no, Josh, no. We only train till success. No training to failure. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that, Michael, actually. To be honest. All right. Hopefully he does well, just at a different time block. Just in a different time block. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're probably gonna work out at the other gym. It is time for me to go get some rest. All right, y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all being here as always. We'll probably run some kind of super chat challenge tomorrow for the end of the week. And then Sunday, I don't know what we're doing yet. I think we're probably going to cook on Sunday this week. I think we're going to do a cooking stream. Haven't done a cooking stream in a while. In fact, we're probably going to stream a little earlier tomorrow. So maybe late Sunday. Who knows? All right, y'all have a good one.